soaring futures.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Take control of your health with the DASH scan at Advanced Medical Imaging. The DASH scan is a full-body MRI designed for advanced health screening. This dynamic approach provides exceptionally sharp images across multiple organ systems, helping to detect potential concerns early. With minimal radiation and no invasive procedures, the DASH scan offers a safe, comprehensive look at your health. Plus, results are delivered faster than ever, giving both patients and physicians confidence in screening and diagnosis. Your health is too important to wait. Schedule your DASH scan today at Advanced Medical Imaging. Visit amimaging.com or call 402-484-6677 to learn more.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
You grew up on cereal for breakfast and you graduated into drinking coffee at some point as an adult. Now there's a place in Lincoln where you can stay caffeinated but eat like you used to. Control Coffee and Cereal Bar brings Saturday morning vibes to every day with locally roasted specialty coffees, Lotus energy drinks, and tons of breakfast cereals with toppings. And did we mention they have video games to play while you're there too? Control Coffee and Cereal Bar open 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the weekends at 15th and Pine Lake.
Midwest Bank is now hiring in Lincoln. They have multiple banking positions open and are looking for dynamic individuals passionate about helping others and building relationships. With a family-friendly culture, competitive benefits, and unique perks, Midwest Bank is a great place to start a new career. Apply today at midwest.bank. Midwest Bank is an equal opportunity employer, member FDIC.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships. One with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
Welcome into the Malone Radio Show, sponsored by The Post. Here are your hosts, Executive Director John Goodwin and Athletic Director Michael Hunter. The Malone Radio Show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back.
93.7
The Ticket.
We are back.
Malone Radio Show.
I'm gonna say this, man. It's Malone Radio.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been studying. I've been studying.
Here we go. We kicked it off already.
I've been studying. Harrison, I've been studying Spanish. Malone Radio.
Man, that's
I can't believe Ricky had you on Sunday night.
Hey, man, come on, man. You know that
He needs me as his producer again. I would have gave him a warning.
How was it Sunday night though?
I wasn't there. I don't know how it went with Mike and Ricky C.
I think Ricky held it down. I think
it was popping like parquet. What are you talking about?
Let's go back and look at the show.
Yeah,
Run that beautiful bean footage.
Yeah. It was jumping like crisscross.
Oh man, let's go ahead and get this thing going. You know how we get started?
But hold on. This is our last 9 o'clock.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it the last 9?
Look.
Do we move up a sizzot?
Last 9. We moved it now.
Oh wow.
We moved it now.
Okay. Malone,
let's get it kicking like
let's
karate.
Get it how we do it. Malone Center's vision is to create unity and prosperity throughout Lincoln while honoring our African American heritage. And our mission is to eliminate multi-generational poverty.
How do we do it?
We do it with the holistic programs that we have to offer, which are experiences that we offer for our families and for our students and kids. We are very excited.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is Give to Lincoln, so we're definitely excited about that, as well as our new building going up.
I went down a couple days ago, changed my name to Lincoln, so everybody just give to me. Would that
you
work?
See, Lincoln what?
Would that work? Look, Harrison go mute.
Was it Lincoln what? Yeah.
When you go to Give to Lincoln Day,
that's my last name. Day.
I still don't know how you expected to get those funds. That's not at all how it
That's
works.
my last name. I changed my whole name, Lincoln Day.
How's it going to get to you? Like, how's the funds going to reach you?
I'm going to stand out here.
Here is on Oak Street.
I mean, it's going to be different, various places.
Okay.
And if I have a sign, get a Lincoln Day. Me.
We want to see that. We want to see that. Go live. Go live on social media. We want to see it.
I'm going to go live. Now, hold on. How much I get?
You tell me. You the one holding the sign out there.
No. I mean, for going live, how much am I going to get? For going live.
You will get something. You will get something that you would really like. Trust.
Now, something from nothing leaves what, Harrison?
I don't know.
Nothing.
Yeah.
We got to get
you can fight for your pride out there.
Right. That's exactly what he's going to be doing. Literally. Fight. We are happy to be back tonight.
Yes,
Hope you all had a great day today. The
Little
sun
rainy,
was out a
little
little
rainy.
bit. The sun was out a little bit. We
A little
needed it.
bit.
But
Nah, not really. Mother Nature's been weeping for past couple weeks.
hey, let's appreciate that now because this summer's about to be. I'm hearing it's going to be real hot.
I called her. She said she got something in store for us.
I think you also said we're supposed to have one of the worst winters. It was really easy.
I'm gonna call her tomorrow. See
Is
what
that
she
what
said
she's
about
saying?
that. I'm gonna call her tomorrow. See what she said about
Are you talking about Mother Nature, bro?
Yeah.
See, Dion, put Dion, get on the mic. Let's get this brother talking about the later it gets, the worse. Look, the later it gets,
I'm trying to tell
might
you.
be on something totally different.
I'm on this right now. Big shouts out to Mama Tula. I know she probably tuning in. Hope she tuning in. Big shouts out to Big Sister Sean, all the way in
Chicago. Yeah.
That's the Windy.
The Windy City.
The Windy.
The Windy City, home of the greatest GOAT of all time. Look at him. He want to get on that thing. We already know. Who we have in the studio tonight, brother?
Oh, we got a special guest. Special guest all the way from Cali. I'm trying to think of the area codes out there. Which area code?
323.
323. All the way from Cali, 323. That's Watts.
No, that's South Central.
South Central.
South Central LA.
South Central LA. We got Big Ankh in here with an amazing story that we're gonna allow him to speak about. And I hope you guys are really listening. You BGs, you YGs, and you OGs. I hope you really, really tuned in and listen to what Ankh got to say. But go ahead and kick it out, Ankh. Where you from? How you doing? And what got you here? And why? Oh, you visiting too?
Yeah, I'm visiting.
Visiting your Neff. Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody. Big shouts out to Lil Neff, Big Neff, Mr. Dion Gaston. He's in the studios as well, but he'll be on my Ankh Rick show this Sunday. Get your happy on show. So make sure y'all tune into that. Y'all will hear his story on Sunday, but he chilling in the lab with us tonight though. So, but Big Ankh, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. Thank God.
Hanging in there?
Yes, sir.
All right. So what you doing in Lincoln?
Oh, man, I couldn't visit my nephew. I said that, I've been promising I was going to come down here, so I said, man, I'm going to go ahead and make it happen, because I want to spend time with him. I did 27 years in prison, and he's up here. I'm down there when he come down. It's either for a funeral or Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I step out just to interact with him.
Yeah.
So I'm here now to interact with him.
Okay. Well, it's a culture shock, ain't it?
Oh no, I
ain't no food spot.
Oh, I love it, man.
Man, ain't no food
I love
spot.
It, man. When you live with 2,700 people, man, for 27 years.
Oh yeah,
man,
touche.
I'm cool with the crowds and all that.
Yeah. So yeah, you just laid back, huh?
Yeah, I'm just chilling.
Well,
enjoy my freedom.
I know. Hey, I'm trying to tell you, I know that's right. So let's get right on into it. You say you just did 27?
Yes, sir.
When was your out date?
I came home July the 8th. July the 8th, 2010.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
man. So let's take it all the way back then. So you grow up in South Central?
I grew up in South Central. I was gang banging. I was heavily involved in gangs. An incident took place with me and another guy, which was a robbery that took place, and a person lost his life.
Okay.
And I went to prison for it, and it cost me 27 years in prison. But I went to prison on a 15 years to life sentence.
Oh wow!
And they assured me that I would be home in 10 years, which was flabbergasted.
Right.
Because they had passed the law that you use a gun, you go to prison. Right. And it's about punishment now, not rehabilitation no more.
Right.
So if they took the rehabilitation out, and everybody was supposed to be punished. So that's why it was so easy now to become prison. So now prison became a business.
Right.
A multi-billion-dollar business.
Yeah.
You see, so it was overflowed, everything.
Yeah.
So that's why the violence in the prison was so high.
Yeah, I was just about to say, yes.
Me in prison, you like sardines. You got lifers. I was a lifer. Okay, but I got to do time with the guys going home in 6 months. He's going to come and change the program. Now everybody has to suffer for this individual's actions.
Mm-hmm.
You see, so now you're in the mindset: do I get involved in this? Do I continue the program?
Right.
With certain things in prison, you have to get involved.
Right.
You see, and I wanted to share that in prison, you got two things. You got prey and you got predator. And you have to decide which one you're going to be. Because if you're a predator, I can't help you.
Right. And I know too. When I know on the West Coast, there's a lot of politic happen in prison.
A lot of
East Coast is different.
Yes.
East Coast, you can Midwest is just blend with Midwest is like it's like the mixed dog.
Right.
You know, it's just a lot of individuals doing whatever it is they're gonna do. But no matter what, on the West Coast, you beefing on the streets. But when you get inside, all that cuts off.
Because it's like that, because when you go to prison, the Southern Mexicans and the whites are together. Okay. And then you got the blacks and the Northern Mexicans and the others, they ride together. Okay. But still, a lot of these guys, you got the ABs, you got the Mexican Mafia, you got the BGF, you got the Blue Notes, and it just go on and on. So you got different cliques. But then these cliques will come together when it's a racial riot.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And after that, everybody go back to normal. You see, so it's so political. You know, you have to be careful what you say, how you say it,
where you sit, where you shower, drink, and all.
If you're in a position of power, you have to be careful because they could be stripped from you and it costs you your life. I mean, it's an everyday going. It's going everyday thing. You know. You know, certain things you don't speak on. You know, or I heard this, I heard that. No, that's a no. You know, it's the facts.
Yeah.
Because you're dealing with people's lives, you know. And guys were killed for a pack of cigarettes. That's
right.
You don't have nothing else to live for. You know, you're dealing with a guy 300 years to life. You see? So what do you got to live for?
Right. And what how old was you when you
I was 17.
When you went in?
Yes. I was tried as an adult because, like I said, they had just passed the law. You use a gun, you go to prison. So they tried with juveniles as an adult. They tried me as an adult. I was convicted and went to San Quentin when I was 18. And when I got to San Quentin, I went there for 3-4 months. It was a big old race ride with the blacks and Mexicans. You know, and the police, they just shot up all the blacks. I mean, we was attacked.
Right.
They shot up because that's just the way the politics is. You know what I mean? And then we go to the hole, you know, it's politics in the hole. The police is betting money that he gets stabbed in 3 hours or he gets stabbed. Yeah, you'll get stabbed because you go around there and tell him you're finna bring him out for shower. So that's why you got to be on your toes. You got to be careful, you know. And it was a war within the war. You know what I mean? You know, it was, and that's why I say it's where the predators and the prey come in at. You know, you're a predator. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go nowhere by myself. You know, I'm not going to go nowhere there if I'm not being protected or if someone else going with me, it's going to be protected. You know what I'm saying? But you got predators. You know what I mean? They dwell on the prey.
Mm-hmm.
They sending packages in. They doing this. They taking this. You know, and then I want to straight something out because this is Hollywood TV, right?
Right.
A man do not rape a man. That's a no.
Right.
You could talk him out of it. That's between two men. That's adult. But if you rape a man, do something to you. Take your birthday.
Right.
That's a no. So I just want to straight it because people think that men get raped and drop your soap in the shower. That's a no.
So you getting in, you go in at 17.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us a little bit about, because I if there's young people that are listening and even people in general, tell us your thoughts being a 17-year-old going into an adult prison, being tried as an adult, getting in there, your mentality. What was your thoughts, if you can remember?
Well, at 17, I was young, and to me it was fun. I was a kid. You know, my homies was there. You know, it was 15. I had life sentence. You know, so it was still fun to us. We were still game banging. You know, and when I got to San Quentin, you know, you go through a 10-day period. They lock you up for 10 days, and they walk you around. They escort you, and then you go to what they call classification, and that's when they ask you, you know, it's
what you're affiliated with.
What you're affiliated with, who you click with, do you know anybody? Because the lieutenant will tell you, once you leave this office, son, I can't help you. This is your chance now to tell me. And then you come out to the main line. And when you come out to the main line, you can't talk to the police. You know, I saw a youngster talk up to the police, and man, white dude, they stabbed him up. He was like a pincushion, you know. So white kids, 16, 17 years old, jump from 5th tier, commit suicide. You know, I mean, as a kid, we have to take this in. You know, and we wasn't really taking it serious because we were still young and we were gaming. It was fun to us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We had no idea how serious it was, the position that we was in. We was still kicking it with the homies.
Yeah.
You know. And so, when I went to the hole, I was in the hole, and in the hole is you're on the tier, you're in the cell by yourself, and you have a person on the tier that runs the tier. You have a sergeant, a lieutenant, and they run the tier. Whatever they say goes with the tier, that's what goes. Everything's respectful. You come on the tier, you respect it. The N-word is not allowed. You talk to whoever, it's respectful, right? You can't call no sister no bitch. Excuse my French. You can't do that. You know what I mean? So it's respect. And if they tell you don't come out the cell, they want to search the cell, can't nobody on their tier come out. So now we've been to fight with the police. It's whatever politics you have to go through at that specific time, but you have to be willing to go through it. And I was sitting in that cell one day and I was watching TV, and a voice came into me. It said, "You got a second chance." I had no idea what that meant, but I went home 20 years later. You see what I'm saying? But at that time,
yeah,
because I had a praying mother, my mama was praying for me. People were praying for me that I had no idea. I couldn't read, I couldn't write. If I got a letter, all I wanted to see was a money order. The money order in there, nothing else mattered. And one day I'm going to the kitchen, and 2 white police is talking, and the police tell the other police, "Why do black men call each other brothers?" And one said they don't know who their father is, or something to that extent, right? So I'm like, So then the second one, he said, "If you ever want to hide anything from black men, what you do?
Put it in the book."
He said, "Put it in the book." I quit my job and went to school, taught myself how to read, got my GED, went to college, everything. You know what I mean? From that point forward, I said, man, I saw a life walk out that gate. I said, it's time to go home. So I had to give up all my politics. Okay, now I'm going to have to deal with individuals and all that. But at the same time, God is good because I was involved in the church by now. You see, so when I decided to change my life around, you know what I mean, do what's right. You know what I mean? God had my back.
Right.
So it gave me a path. But at the same time, I still witness the stuff that's going on around me. I'm just not a part of it.
Right. Because now you subjecting yourself to something else that they got to respect.
I have 5 parole dates, and the governor took them away 4 times. Arnold Schwarzenegger to let him go on the 5th one, and I went home 48 hours after that. But I have 5 parole dates because I started programming. They found me suitable. The governor said, no, he's still a gang member. Oh, he didn't stab people. Oh, he didn't did this. Oh, no, he's still a gang member. Okay, get this right here. So I go. They tell me, oh, you're dangerous now. I said, oh, so now I'm dangerous. When I first came in here, I couldn't read or write. You told me if I ever wanted to go home, I had to get a GED or a vocational trade or a college education. I said, I've done all that. Now that I can open up a book and read it and put a bomb together, I'm dangerous. I'm a monster. I said, you created this monster.
Right.
Because you made me go do it. It's not my fault now that I know how to read. You know what I mean? I said, you created that. And dealing with the parole board, man, when you go in front of the parole board, you got the district attorney there. You got 3 parole commissioners. You got a deputy commissioner. You got 2 deputy commissioners. You got the chief deputy commissioner. Okay, and this is a unanimous vote. Okay, then you got your lawyer. You're there. The victim's family can be there, but your family can't. They can write letters on your behalf. So it's like when you go to the parole board, you're being tried all over again. See, and then the part about that is I'm being sentenced for everything I got away with now. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
I always, it's crazy that you say that because I always say you're not in trouble for what you're doing. You're in trouble for what you already done.
See, so all the GTAs, when I was an adolescent, all the GTAs, assault and all that I got away with, DA rejects. Oh, right here in 1978, you was arrested for this right here. Be 93 years for it. See what I'm saying? I mean, that has nothing to do with the murder. That was before the murder. Okay, went back. Okay, Mr. Johnson, because at that time, my mom's name was Johnson, my last name was David. They said, okay, you're doing good, you're doing good, you're doing good. But right here, you was involved in assault on a person. Okay, we're gonna give you 2 years for that. Then they went to a year. Then they found you suitable. So you think you're going home. The first time they told me I was going home, they called me to R&R. I gave all my stuff away. They weighed everything. 2 hours later, they come back and say, the governor took it.
Mm.
Yeah, so when I went back, everybody on the yard, they said, amen. You want your stuff back? I said, no, I just want my radio.
Wow. All right, so we gonna take a quick break right now. We're gonna jump back in with Unc when we get back after these messages. Go ahead, Harrison. I'm ready to go, baby.
A smoke-free environment is the only way to fully protect from the dangers of secondhand smoke. That's why smoke-free policies are so important to me. Whether it's in my car, apartment building, or when I'm dining outdoors, there's no place for secondhand smoke or e-cigarette aerosol. Breathe easier knowing the facts. Visit smokefree.ne.gov. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
We've been hunting these fields north of Kearney since high school. My buddy Ryan has always been my wingman, the life of the party. But I saw a change, and he got really down. Talked about his life being worthless.
If you know someone who's struggling, talk to them about temporarily storing their guns away from their home. Taking care of friends and neighbors. It's what we do in Nebraska. Paid for by the University of Nebraska Public Policy Center, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Ashiro's work is never done. You care for the house, the kids, and our future. We're so grateful for all you do. Now it's time to care for yourself and save a little more for retirement. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to boost your retirement savings now. Visit aceyourretirement.org/Shiro today.
A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
This is how we do every day. We be grinding, and if you wanna come and text us,
if you love them enough to turn off your music and pretend like their music is your music,
this is Mommy's jam.
then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Let's play it again.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
As an 18-year-old, I let my mistakes kind of take over my life. I was 0.5 credits away from completing high school, and I didn't do it.
10 years later, at age 28, Jackie finished her high school diploma.
When I found out that I was pregnant, I know that I had to do something for myself if I wanted to make her a better person and provide a better life for her. My family never stopped pushing for me to be better because they knew what I could become and who I could become as a person. My support team is amazing. The educational director, my sister, and even my 7-year-old daughter has just been more than the support that I could ask for. I've been given an opportunity, and I'm just thankful for it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Play ball! Pitch the perfect idea for a family outing or date night with tickets to the next Salt Dogs game. Nothing says summer fun like an action-packed evening at Haymarket Park. Come root for the home team with a hot dog and a cold drink. Plus, visit saltdogs.com to learn about special events and promotions, including group discounts. Don't miss out on the thrill and excitement of a Salt Dogs win. Visit saltdogs.com to reserve your tickets today.
Early break. One-handed, behind the back, over the shoulder. Oh, yeah.
They're peacocking out there.
Eyes closed like that. High stepping, high knees.
That guy doing
high knees. I saw a guy doing a karaoke down the sidewalk. Guys, it's incredible.
Usually there's a microphone.
Yeah. I can do anything. Flip it over, sing into it. Then there's me. I'm like,
with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Bush from 6 to 9 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey, it's me, your cell phone. We need to talk about something serious. I know you love me. I know you like using me wherever you are, but I feel like this isn't working out when you're driving. I know you may think that it's possible to focus both on me and the road, but I just don't feel the same way. I think we should spend time away from each other when you're driving. It's for the best.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Nominations for the Step Forward Awards are now open.
These awards are the state's most prestigious awards for volunteerism, and we need your help to find outstanding volunteers from your region of the state. If you know a volunteer who deserves to be honored for their service, visit serve.nebraska.gov and click Nominate Now. Nominations must be submitted by June 1st. Paid for by Serve Nebraska, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Now back to the Malone Radio Show, sponsored by The Post on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Yeah. Oh, Harrison gave me thumbs. I was about to go in, but he gave me a hand signal. It was like I was about to go hard on that beat, boy.
We've been hearing this for 3 years, I think.
Never done it.
I was about to go in.
And we haven't heard a go in beat yet. Only thing we hear, Marlon, is like that's what we are.
They don't want these bars.
That's what we are.
They don't want these bars. They don't want these bars. Hey, welcome back. We here talking to Big Unc all the way from Cali, out here visiting fam as well. He has a tremendous story within itself. Incarcerated out in Cali at the age of 17 years of age, did 27. Now he's home, got out in 2010. Now he's back doing positive things for the community. Now he's trying to spread his love within the community and with these youth all the way from Cali to Lincoln. So yeah, we just here learning a little bit more about him. So we're going to jump right back into it. So Unc, I know you said you put a lot on us that first segment, but what I want to touch base on real quick is everything that an individual goes through at a young age, coming into an institution at a young age, the mental health piece of it. So let's look at everything that you've witnessed, that you've seen, that you've been involved in, or whatever the case may be. What type of mental health treatment do a facility offer for someone that's trying to rehabilitate themselves and get back out here on the streets?
Well, when you go to before the board of prison term, they give you a recommendation that you have to go through. I had to see the psych every year. You know, that's an ongoing thing. You know, because the psych plays a big part in you going home. Okay, so you have to see the psych. You have to take AANA to better yourself, to prove yourself. Again, you have to go to school, whether you get your GED, college, and they have all kind of programs that you can participate in. But see, a lot of youngsters, that's not cool.
Right.
They hang with their homies. You know, they're not ready for that.
Right.
They're still doing the time.
Right.
You see, but these programs are offered. You know, you have to step up as a man and take advantage. And when you're 16, 17, 18, that's not part of the program.
That's the last thing on your mind, right there.
That's not part of the program. You ain't got soups in the sale.
Right.
So.
Right.
Yeah.
So if I was to ask, like, what age were you when you started? When you became affiliated and started running the streets and things of that nature.
15, about 15. I steal cars. You know, we used to hang out, steal cars. Then I started gang banging, and I started going to jail. You know, shooting, juvie and everything like that, right? And juveniles, when you get arrested, you get right back out. You see, adults, you got to bail out. So it was nothing for me to go to jail because I knew mom was coming to get me. And then when mom said she wasn't coming to get me, the police would take me home.
Right. Right.
You see what I'm saying? See, so, but again, at 17, I was tried as an adult. So I became a man. You know, and that always bothered me because you can try me under the dog, give me a life sentence, but I can't go in there and buy a bottle of liquor at 17.
Right. You can't even join the military at 17.
If your parents are
Well, yeah,
signed for you.
yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, you know, and it was just not me, but it was, can you just imagine 300 kids, all of us 16, 17, 18, 19 years old with life sentence. And it's not like that we were found guilty.
Right.
We pled guilty to that. We took a deal. That was a deal.
Man.
You see, because when you come to the system, they told my mom, tell him to take the deal. He'll be home in 10 years. I don't know. She don't know. The lawyer was a dump truck, a public defender.
Yeah.
He just wanted to get you in and get you out. You see, so you know, you don't realize it till 15, 20 years in the
Down
system.
the line when you in there and then somebody look at your paperwork and say, man, you should have, or you could have, or this what they did, or whatever the case may be.
Exactly. You know what I mean? At some point in time, you want to end up in law library.
Right.
You see, because it's a lot of holes in your case. You know, and eventually I ended up in court. The court was going to release me. I was going to get released within that 2 or 3 months anyway, because the court had already told me you got 30 days to tell me why he's still in jail.
Right.
You see, so therefore they was going to release me. But everything happened at the same time. So the board, and then when the governor saw because he got the court order too, he stamped it and they released me. You see, so but only because I made a complete 360-degree change.
Right.
In my life. You're not going to let me go home stabbing people. You're not going to let me go home using.
Yeah.
You know, you have to make a 300. And these people are professionals. They know you by name. They know what you do. They know what you like. You know what I mean? And all this is documented. So when you go in front of the parole board, it's all right there.
Yeah.
So you getting out, tell us a little bit about that first 3 days or a week or so of you actually getting out, going home.
Okay. When they told me I was going home, they came and got me. They took me to R&R, which is releasing and receiving. Okay, I'm in R&R, and we going through the process. I sign these papers. I'm changing clothes and everything. So I'm like, saying, okay, this is really happening now, you know? And I'm waiting. They said your parole officer is going to pick you up because they, you know, the parole officer, they have to pick up lifers. So 2 parole officers got there, you know, and you had the lieutenant. Now this lieutenant, mind you, I've been on for 20 years. The captain, I've been on for 25 years. You know, so all these people are in my corner, you know, because I'm pretty much the first lifer that was a butthole. You know, that's going home. And they saw the change. And a lot of them didn't believe that we can change. But, you know, seeing that. So anyway, when the parole officer get there, he just come off some crazy. He said, wait a minute. He said, let me tell you something. I'm not going to send you back. You're going to send yourself back. And then the lieutenant said, wait, hold up. Stop. He said, let me talk to you. They went in that room, man, about 45, 30 minutes, man. And when he came back out, man, you know, I mean, I say that because that's my freak. You feel me? And the man said, come on, man, let's go home. And we got in the car. He said, what you want to eat? I stopped by, went for $6 burger. Yeah, I got the $6 burger. They were laughing. He gave my money. He said, go get your burger, man. You know, he took me home. And he said, I never want you to come to my office. So I'm going to come to your house. And I'm going to see you. You know, and man, I was off the road in 3 years. I only did 5 years, but he had me off in 3 years. Never looked back. Bought my own cars. Never asked nobody for nothing. And I just been enjoying life, man. You know, just been enjoying life. Received God. Became ordained as a minister. Got married. You know, that's not good, but I'm married. You know, so you know, hey. But hey, man, I'm just happy to be here, man. You know, be able to share my story. You know, like I say, you know, gang banging. I loved it. I was a gang member, but I'm not here to glorify it. That was me. And your kids, when you make a decision like that and you become an adult, mama can't help you. Daddy can't help you. Can't nobody help you. When you sit in that room, everything mama said is going to come true. Believe it. She can't help you. And when that judge sentences you, you're going to do it every day of it. Whether it's going to be hard or whether it's going to be easy, it's going to be on you. And it's so sad that you have to become a mean person to survive. But if you go in there as a soft person, things is going to happen to you. And I've seen kids take their life because they didn't want to go through the torture. And we can't help them. So understand, when you go behind that gate and that gate closed,
oh, that's it.
You are on your own.
Because I tell, look, I work with youth who are coming in and coming out, and like I said, I tell them the exact same thing. There's gonna come a time where you 12, 13 years old right now. It's gonna come a time when you 26, 36, 46, no matter where you are in life, you're gonna have a conversation with that 13-year-old self of yours, and you're gonna ask, why didn't you do what you supposed to have done to set us up to be better, sufficient in what we are right now?
Right.
because those decisions that you make early,
it's going to come back.
It's going to come back and hunt you in the future.
Exactly.
And so, and the crazy thing about it is, as I sit here and listen to your story, it's amazing that the four of us that's sitting at this table right now, God had a different plan for each and every last one of us, because everything that each and last one of us had done around this table, if we can just put a screen up, our lives will look just identical as it would if you took a box of crayons and bought them at the same place. I mean, because and to make it, I mean, you both coming out of South Central, John coming out of Chicago, I'm coming out of KC, and the crazy thing about it is we wasn't supposed to make it.
No, it was designed for us not.
Yeah, we wasn't supposed to make it, but to see us doing the things that we doing, and to see you doing the things that you wanted to do, that you didn't even foresee yourself doing, but you're doing it, rain, sleet, or snow, and you're utilizing your past as your springboard,
right,
to make sure that hopefully no one that you come in contact with that's younger than you, that's going through whatever it is that you went through, hopefully they won't have to go through the same thing that you went through.
Exactly. And my goal here tonight is, if we touch one kid, we win.
Absolutely.
We just one. That's all, just one. We win. You know, and that guy over there, when I left, man, he was 3 years old, 4 years old. When I came home, he was a grown man living in Nebraska, but he was doing so good, man. And I tell my sister, I live with his mother to this day. I live with his mother and my sister. And I said, man, I'm proud of that dude, man.
I used to call G a sneak genius. I call him a sneak genius. Let's check it out. I'm gonna tell you a little bit. I went to his house the first time. This dude got degrees all over his wall. I said, "Oh, you a sneak genius?" I said, "You ain't tell nobody you was a genius." I said, "You a sneak genius." But I mean, it's one of those things, man. That's just like you look back and, like you say, Hollywood, but we really are a movie.
It is. It's a chess game.
Yeah, you got to play chess.
It's a chess game, because now it's your move,
right?
And if it take you 3 years to move, it's still your move. You're trying to keep from getting checkmate. When you get checkmate, it's all over. It's all over.
And I think that's what goes back to when we talk about those experiences of life. You are who you are based on those experiences, because through your experience of your life, you started gang banging at 15. Whatever caused you, whatever happened that got you into gang banging and running the streets, you get locked up at 17. But then you had another experience. First, it came through a voice that said you're going to get a second chance. Not knowing how you're going to get the second chance. You just knew that second chance was going to happen. You didn't know, okay, I'm going to get a second chance. I wonder what that means. But doing those different experiences of you getting your GED, going to college, changing your life, finding God finding you, with that relationship in prison, that was a whole different experience.
Right.
And so now you are who you are based on that experience. And what you've been through does not define who you are per se, right? But what you have done, one, you didn't give up. That's number one.
I was thinking about that too.
And you're able to talk to people that I'm not able to talk to, a lot of other people not able to talk to, because now you have got that experience to keep them either out of it, or if they're in it, to help them go through it. Right. And I can't speak on that behalf because I didn't have that experience. But because you have, and now you go from a gangster to a minister, that right there is to a whole different story of man. This is what, when you saying God, this is what God can do. This is exactly what he can do. And this is why we want you to tell this story, so people can really understand that no matter what you go through, that's not what's going to define you.
Right.
Right? We got to take a quick break. but we'll be right back on 93.7 The Ticket.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
We've been hunting these fields north of Kearney since high school. My buddy Ryan has always been my wingman, the life of the party. But I saw a change, and he got really down. Talked about his life being worthless.
If you know someone who's struggling, talk to them about temporarily storing their guns away from their home, taking care of friends and neighbors. It's what we do in Nebraska. Paid for by the University of Nebraska Public Policy Center, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
I think it's just vapor. Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
One vape pod has as much nicotine as one pack of cigarettes.
My kid
knows it's dangerous. 5.4 million American kids vape, and most think it's harmless. Get your head out of the cloud. Talk to your kid about vaping. Visit talkaboutvaping.org. That's talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
If you came across someone struggling with hunger, how would you recognize them? By their clothes, their age, the way they speak? Would you notice a 16-year-old boy who got his first job,
not for extra spending money, but to help feed his little sisters?
or a mother who's in between jobs and sometimes goes to bed hungry so her kids can have dinner? Or a 14-year-old girl who signs up to every after-school activity, not to make friends, but just to get something to eat? Or a retiree who fell ill and had to choose
between getting medicine or groceries.
I am the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger. People you pass by every day but never knew were hungry. I am hungered in America.
Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America, 200 Food Banks Strong, and the Ad Council.
My early Alzheimer's diagnosis was hard to take.
But it gave my mom and me more time to plan, together.
Talk to your family about seeing a doctor. Go to alz.org/time-to-talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Early break.
One hand behind the back, over the shoulder. Oh yeah,
they're peacocking out there.
Eyes closed like that. High stepping, high knees.
That guy doing
high knees. I saw a guy doing a karaoke down the sidewalk. Guys, is incredible.
Using it as a microphone.
Yeah, I can do anything. Flip it over, sing into it. Then there's me. I'm like.
With Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Bush from 6 to 9 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
As an 18-year-old, I let my mistakes kind of take over my life. I was 0.5 credits away from completing high school, and I didn't do it.
10 years later, at age 28, Jackie finished her high school diploma.
When I found out that I was pregnant, I know that I had to do something for myself if I wanted to make her a better person and provide a better life for her. My family never stopped pushing for me to be better because they knew what I could become and who I could become as a person. My support team is amazing. The educational director, my sister, and even my 7-year-old daughter has just been more than the support that I could ask for. I've been given an opportunity, and I'm just thankful for it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. That's doihaveprediabetes.org.
Wait, did they just say 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes? That's 33.33333% of adults. That means it could be me, my boss, or my boss's boss, or me, my favorite sister, or my other sister. That's 7 members of my 21-person romantic book club. Wait, the 1 in 3 could be me, my karaoke partner Carol, or my karaoke enemy Jeff. I'm going to take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
If you came across someone struggling with hunger, how would you recognize them?
By their clothes,
Their age?
the way they speak. Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America, 200 Food Banks Strong, and the Ad Council.
Now back to the Malone Radio Show, sponsored by The Post on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back. Malone Radio Show, 93.7 The Ticket. We are on the show. Yeah. We're going to be ending here real soon, but I really want you to, Big Unc, to talk to the youth if they're listening, if they're in gangs or thinking about it. What would you tell them to make sure that they stay away from, do something positive with their life? If you were in front of them, what would you say to them?
Right now, I would just tell you, hey, we all men. You're men before anything. And I know it's a lot of peer pressure out there. I know you have a lot of friends don't want to take no for an answer. But at some point in time, you have to tell them to be a man, because if you don't, it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you now. It's going to cost you in the long run. Right now, you have a way out. Go to school, get your education, and trust and believe, man, down the line, it's going to be okay. But if you behind that wall, you're still going to go to school. You're still going to do this. It's just not going to be the way that you want it to be. You know, education is a very serious thing. I'm sitting here in front of 3 brothers, man. They well educated and they hit it down the right path, you know, and I want to be just like that. No one came and told me when I was 16, 17 years old. They encouraged me. And that's the difference. I'm not here to encourage you to do wrong. I'm here to encourage you to do right. Take the right path. Make your mother proud. You take the trash out, it's not going to kill you. Take the trash out. Pops come home and say, cut the grass. Go cut the grass. Because then when you need $15, $20, he's going to think about that. And he's not going to have a problem of giving it to you. But if you don't make it right with your parents at home, you're not going to make it right anywhere else. Believe that.
That's good.
Man.
And that's talking from experience.
That's the truth.
That is something that we all need, not just our youth, but everyone needs to hear that story, and everybody needs to hear really what's going on. We all going through something, and this story here, it just won't encourage those that are gang banging. This is encouraging when you're trying to do right, and you're not in trouble, right? Don't give up.
There's that peer pressure, because you know, like you said, it's a lot of cats out there right now who doing most of the stuff they doing and getting in trouble for is because of their friends. They want to save face in front of their friends, and they scared to use the word no.
Exactly, because they don't want to face the repercussion.
Right.
You know, but that's where you come in at being a leader and not a follower.
Yes.
You know, a man is going to set his own path. It's already been predestined where your life is going to go. You just have to set the path.
Like you said, you're a man first.
You're a man before anything.
Before anything.
Before anything, you're a man. And then after that, right there, once you set that destiny, whether it's going here or it's going there, you're going.
Yeah.
You know, it's just going to the graveyard, you have a work job, or it's going to be the penitentiary.
Yeah.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to see you being a law-abiding citizen. I want to see you go to school, get your job, buy your home, have children, and raise them and live happily ever after.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to go to the graveyard and put flowers on your grave. I don't want to have to go to the penitentiary and see you. My son is in Vietnam. You know, he's in Vietnam because he don't want to come over here, but he's not in the penitentiary.
Right.
You know, he's over there. He's living a productive life, and he's okay.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
He's never been in jail. He didn't follow my footsteps. He was conceived in jail. You know, I didn't forget. I didn't tell you this. I married a correctional officer. We had a child.
Oh yeah, boy, you
you have a story.
That's a whole other story.
That's a whole other story, right?
Well, man. But he lying. He ain't lying. I'm trying to tell you, boy. Yeah.
Are you Jackie?
What?
Get wild, boy.
But to say that,
get wild, boy.
But to say that, my son never been arrested. Service, did his thing. He's a grown man now. You know, and you know, when he called me out before advice, that's what I do. I'm his father now, so I can't tell you what you can and you can't
Right.
All I can do now is give you advice, and then what you do with it, it's up to you.
Right.
And that's the same with the youth today. We can't tell you. I can't make you go throw that paper away. I can explain to you why I want you to go throw it away.
Yeah.
And then however you deal with it is on you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
No, that's good. And that last part, that's a whole nother show.
I'm here to tell you,
Now
bro.
tell us, where's the coffee? Now tell us, how did that take place, sir?
Well, you know. Yeah.
That's a whole nother.
Yeah, I'm here to tell you.
But that is good to hear. That's good to hear that your family is well. It's good to hear that you're out and you're doing some positive things. Keep sharing your story. Keep sharing that story. Do not share that. Keep sharing that story because we all need to be able to hear that. That's also your healing process as well. Continue to heal, continue to prosper, and do those positive things in your community as well in other communities as well. The world is waiting on that story. That's right. There's somebody out here waiting on that story. So we definitely appreciate you coming all the way from LA to Lincoln, Nebraska to be on the 93.7 The Ticket, the Malone Radio Show. We thank y'all. We'll see y'all again next week.
Yes, sir. 8 o'clock next week.